Creative Brain Candy, by creators for creators.
That's a great shot, Lex.
Did you drop your dive line?
No, come on, you guys, come on. Now that's the smaller one. This is the smaller one here. You can kind of see how it's zigging around.
Yeah, whatever it is.
I'm telling you what it is. You're just not hearing me.
Now, Lindsay,
There is something down there. Something not us.
You could be more specific.
There's something that zigs.
Not us. Not human. Get it? Something non-human, but intelligent. A non-terrestrial intelligence.
A non-terrestrial intelligence.
Yes.
NTIs. Oh man, that's better than UFOs. Oh, but that works too, huh? Underwater flying objects.
We talking little space friends here?
hell yeah. High ride to the gods, right, Liz?
No, really, it could be NTIs. The CIA has known about them forever. They abduct people all the time, man.
You know, Hippie,
was
just do me a
once-
favor. Stay off my side.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to Smoking and Drinking in Space. This is a sci-fi podcast from a couple guys who think they know sci-fi. And this week, we discussed the movie where Cameron drags us down into the depths of the ocean and asks the question, what if something other than the Titanic were down there? It's 1989's The Abyss. But first, he's the conspiracy nut who loves his rat, my big dumb oaf who passes out when he sees angels. It's James. How you doing, James?
The Titanic's not down there. That was filmed on a lot. Actually, it was filmed on the same lot where they filmed the moon landing. Titanic is propaganda. Welcome to the show.
The lot that they filmed the movie on was an old nuclear reactor that I don't think they ever finished and converted to a movie lot.
Wait, for the
which
Abyss?
was
For the moon landing?
No.
Or for the Titanic?
No, the moon landing, the actual moon landing happened long before that set was built.
You stop propaganda.
And he is Chris Elliott. It's Rob. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm Chris Elliott.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're
you
pretty
really
much
are.
the same person.
Yeah, 100%.
You look similar. You act similar.
Except
You don't
you're
have
not
Chris
as
Elliott
funny.
money, but
No, he's a little bit funnier than you, Rob. And you're just slightly dumber.
All right.
James, what's happening around CBC this week?
Around CBC this week. If you're a podcaster or you'd like to become a podcaster, and if you like video games, those two are not mutually exclusive. You can just like podcasts and want to become a podcaster about something else. Go to creativebraincandy.com, click the apply button. Bad Gamers Anonymous is still looking for 2 new podcasters, possibly 3. So if you're interested, let us know. creativebraincandy.com. Click the apply button. And while you're there, check out some of the great shows around Creative Brain Candy, and I'm going to pimp myself here, Simply Stogies. If you like stogies, you like cigars, and you don't like Cigar Aficionado, the latest episode might be for you as I kind of go on a rant. Similar to here, like when I go on rants, but like those, like the ones on Simply Stogies, I mean, and so I'm more serious about it here. I just like to have fun, fuck off. So there you go. creativebraincandy.com. Check it out. There's a bunch of stuff there. Say hi.
All right, Rob, you got any news for us this week?
Yeah, I do.
Well, lay
Is
it
it
on us.
anything good?
Well, I don't know. This one here says that some FM radio signals were found coming off of one of the Jupiter moons.
Yes.
Yeah. So apparently it's a natural.
Was it classic rock or
It was
country?
It was Led Zeppelin.
I was gonna say it was like NPR.
No, NPR is typically on AM, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What FM channels have NPR where you're at, Rob?
Well, no, I think there was an NPR in Houston that was on FM.
Why?
And I think the NPR in Austin is on FM too. So yeah, it could have been NPR.
Austin makes more sense. Houston, I'm not sure why it would be on FM.
Why not?
Anyway,
They're claiming though that it was electrons, not aliens.
I don't believe propaganda. It's propaganda, Rob. Why?
That's what I figured.
Thank you. Why are you? Don't look.
They claim that the magnetic field lines can connect with the Ganymede moon, and they form
swamp gas.
And swamp gas, and a weather balloon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what? This is all propaganda. Stop espousing the fucking propaganda. All right? This is all like it's aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm saying it's aliens.
Alien
I'm not
radio
saying it's
stations.
aliens. I'm
Tune
saying
in.
it is.
Yeah, tune in. I mean, the problem is we just don't know how to speak it. It could be some good.
I'm going to just guess that it's like the Wolfman Jack broadcasting from the alien base on one of the moons of Jupiter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We just don't know. He probably is very popular. He might be like Casey Kasem even.
Is he still alive?
No, both Casey Kasem and Wolfman Jack are very much dead.
Have been for a
Elvis
while.
and Tupac, though, they are on an island listening to the sounds of Jupiter's moon.
Well, yeah.
I was going to say, they went home.
Yeah.
God. What else you got, Rob?
So, we've got, this isn't necessarily, this is sci-fi. We've got Tide Pods, we've got K-Cup pods, we got pods for just about everything, right? They now have ice cream pods. There is a pod machine. There is a pod machine that makes ice cream.
It's
in Japan, isn't it?
It's an ice cream Keurig is what it is. I saw this today.
Yeah,
not while I was taking a shit.
I didn't. No, I saw this a couple days ago.
Yeah, but were you taking a shit?
Probably.
Yeah. So like soft serve?
God, gross.
You went a long way for that joke.
I really did.
You really did. Actually, it does. It can. It does make soft serve ice cream, both dairy and non-dairy. Frozen yogurt, frozen smoothies, frozen protein shakes, frozen cocktails, and even frozen coffee.
Yeah. No, this looks really cool and something that I don't have room for in my kitchen, so I won't buy it anyway. So whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I may
it comes
find
It comes in a long, thin can. The interesting thing about this is that they come in aluminum cans, so the pods are recyclable as opposed to being plastic.
Can I ask a question, Rob?
Yeah.
When you came across this article, what about this article made you go, this will be perfect for a science fiction show?
Because
That's
it's
what I was
like
about to ask.
it's I told you it's not really sci-fi, but it's like sci-fi in the fact that like it's the future.
The future is now.
The next step is going to be replicators, dude.
CreativeRateCandy.com.
I
click
think
the
there's
apply button. We're looking for a brand new podcaster.
No, you go from
I
pods.
think there's a
You
pretty
go
big
from-
gulf between
You go from
ice cream
pods
Keurig
to replicators.
to replicate.
Pods to replicators.
Look, you would have had an easier time convincing me that like 3D food or not those 3D
food.
machines.
Food is
they're
3D.
trying
No,
to create
you know what
3D
I mean.
meat in space.
Those 3D machines,
Yeah.
the 3D printers.
Mhm.
That's what I was looking
Printed
for.
food.
It took me look, there's a lot of shit in my brain right now, and most of it's like, how do I replace Rob? How do I get him off this show? So finding words is hard. You would have had an easier time convincing people that 3D printers are the next replicators, right? That's the next step, not a fucking ice cream Keurig machine.
3D printers don't make food.
CreativeBringCandy.com. Click apply. Let us know if you'd like to talk about sci-fi movies with myself and Jason every Sunday.
Why? If you don't replace me, then the catch line makes sense. It is actually a couple guys.
Moving on. What else you got this week?
WandaVision came out on Friday.
I know.
It looks like the critics are saying it sucks. No, I'm just kidding. They're saying it's good.
It is good.
I will find out right after this recording.
Oh, you haven't watched it?
No, I'm watching it
What the hell
tonight.
is wrong with you?
I'm watching it tonight. Dude,
were you
all
camping?
the kids. No, all the kids want to watch it too, so we're watching it at
So watch it
tonight.
twice. Yeah.
Do you have to watch it with
twice.
him? Do you have to explain it to him?
Look, okay, so Friday I was working, and when I got done working, I came home and I had to play with Jason's dick. I mean, play games with Jason.
Jason lives in a state not near you anymore.
I know.
Okay.
But it's still just as far to get to him now as it did before.
No, it's about twice.
I don't think that's
or three times as far.
I don't think that's accurate.
Hey.
CreatorBreakHandy.com. If you know anything about geography, mathematics, or you can just speak intelligently about Play-Doh, click the apply button and let us know if you'd like to take Rob's place.
Yep. Anyway, so it came out. It's looking good. It's looking interesting. It's about time that
it came out.
All these Disney Plus shows that they were toting last year and the year before that. Hey, we're gonna have all this stuff. It's about time
but
it
they
finally
gave
showed up.
a lot of people 3 years for 1 year for the price of 1 year.
So what they're saying is, hey, pay for 3 years. We're only going to give you 2 years worth of content anyway. So that third year is free for you.
Just stick with us. Go ahead and make the commitment. It'll be worth it. You'll save money, and eventually, at some point in the future,
borrow your money.
There will be shows that you will enjoy. Well, yeah, they're hemorrhaging money. COVID is literally driving Disney bankrupt.
Well, not when they were doing the 3-year offer, you know.
Well, that was pre-COVID, wasn't it?
It was. So
okay. So in a post-COVID world, you can expect to pay 6 months for 1 month. It's just going to be very expensive post-COVID.
What else you got, Rob?
That's it. That was 3. I mean, I've got others.
That was not okay. Look, out of the 3 of them, one of them was sci-fi. One of them wasn't even news, and then one of them was just you saying you haven't watched WandaVision yet, so we don't spoil it for you during this episode.
So there's also reports. There's a couple reports coming out of the Mouse House that one, Jon Favreau is protecting Gina Carano from getting fired, and then 2, Lucasfilm is kind of under pressure to drop the whole Luke Skywalker Baby Yoda storyline.
That's just a BS rumor.
That's
I'm telling you. Yeah, that last one's clickbait.
You think so?
Yes.
100%. Yeah.
And then there's
Yoda
also one that, well, no, they're going to keep Baby Yoda, but I think there's talk about.
I don't think there were any long-term plans to keep Luke Skywalker around for The Mandalorian anyway.
Well, maybe
because if there were
maybe some sort of weird spirit,
right? I'm not going to, think that Jon Favreau listens to this show, but if he does, listen well. Because if there were long-term plans to keep Luke Skywalker around in a show called The Mandalorian, well, I don't think a lot of people would continue to watch it.
Yeah, that would be that'd be dumb for even Lucas to do himself.
Yeah.
All right, who's ready for a pod crawl?
I was ready during the ice cream bit.
Let's do this.
We can call it, I don't know, say a pod crawl? The pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Pod crawl! Excellent! Insert it deep! Pod crawl! Kind of like a space suppository full of information.
An American nuclear submarine is being harassed by local kids on their bikes, which causes it to hit an oceanic guardrail and crash. The Navy, for some reason not prepared to rescue their sub from the deep with their own equipment, tasks Bud and his crew of lovable misfits on an experimental underwater drilling rig that just so happens to be in the neighborhood to escort some of the DoD's finest over and take a look for survivors. Bud isn't happy about it, but gets even unhappier when his estranged wife, lover of thieves, and the designer of the rig hops on board for the trip. To complicate matters, because there's always a complication, there is a hurricane moving into the area soon, so they now have a clock to watch. The rig makes it to their destination, and the SEALs and civvies both suit up and take a look around the wreckage. While exploring, Bud's diving buddy and supporting actor you've seen many times, but can never remember his name, Jammer, has a panic attack and decides to nope out of exploring any further. Bud heads on, but Jammer gets harassed by one of the same kids that caused the accident and goes into a coma. The team rush Jammer back to the rig and decide on next steps while Michael Biehn, who at this point must have been typecast into military roles, and his crew get a super secret message from the commander up top to head back down and grab one of those explodey things, bring it back up, rig it to explodey, and then drop it back down, maybe. At this point, the clock has run out, and the support ship has to detach its umbilical from the rig since the hurricane is in town and being extra rowdy this year. But the Navy has commandeered their handsy sub, so they can't detach until it gets back, which is just in time for the ship above to lose its crane holding the umbilical and crash down on their heads. Oh, and also dragging them into the trench a bit. With all their shit fucked, and Kyle Reese losing it from being cast as a military operative too many times, the Underwater Neighborhood Watch decide to send a camera up to spy on everyone, adding gas to an already smoldering situation. Hicks finally comes unhinged and decides to send the explodey thing down to say hi to the neighbors down below, but everyone else on the rig that doesn't take orders from him objects due to not wanting to die reasons. However, he has the guns, and locks himself up in the launch bay to play with a chain until Bud can swim in freezing waters without a suit to confront him, and have his ass kicked. Fortunately, Catfish, so named because he likes fishing for cats, followed Bud in and punches Lieutenant Curran across the room. He, however, jumps on the grabby sub with the tiny bomb sub attached, and launches. Bud suits up and follows, and Maid Marian grabs a smaller sub to help him out. They play bumper subs for a while until they totally wreck both subs. Reese and his sub slide into the great depths of the ocean, and Bud lets his wife drown, presumably for the insurance. After he drags her body back to the rig, and he revives her because he didn't want his crew to catch on to his plan, they strap him back into a suit, this one filled with special breathable water, to send him down to fetch the bomb. Bud sinks down to the bottom, going through the 5 stages of grief along the way: jitters, shakes, self-hugs, fetal position, and finally acceptance. He disarms the bomb with a flip of a coin, and is about to die since he doesn't have enough magic water to get back, but the gated community at the bottom of the trench doesn't want a body littering their neighborhood, so they pick him up and put him in the recycle bin. Fortunately, it's trash day, and they surface to throw him out, pick up the rig on the way up, because it's trashed too, and roll a stressful situation that brings Bud and Mrs. Brigman back together, because somehow they forgot why they wanted to divorce in the first place. Credits.
All right, so The Abyss. James Cameron loves the ocean, and I think this is one of the first forays that he took into the many ocean movies that he's made, both documentary style and fictional.
I like the ocean too, but I like the ocean too, man. But like, you stay in it too long, you get prune fingers, and guess what? You stay in this movie too long, you're gonna have prune fingers.
I want to discuss really briefly one of the comments you two talked about last week whenever we revealed this movie, that you said it was a test bed for Terminator 2.
Yeah,
this was not a technological test bed for Terminator 2. In fact, in all of the research I did, I could not even find a reference to Terminator 2 except that they used some of the technology that they developed for this movie in Terminator 2.
Well,
therefore a test bed.
It's not a test bed.
Test bed.
I think
test bed for
did
liquid
you not
metal.
watch the special features where when the water kept asking everybody if they'd seen John Connor?
No, I missed that.
I saw it.
Okay, well, yes, ILM actually developed the water technology specifically for this movie, and they did recycle some of that technology for Terminator 2.
No.
So it was actually, not a test bed. They just happened to have the technology that they developed and were able to use it in another movie.
Okay, so you're talking about technology. Can I segue into something real quick? Because there's a lot of technological things about this movie that are just wrong.
Sure, go ahead.
The most glaring being that when the spaceship, which I guess ocean ship, I thought, I was like, if this is Atlantis, like, that'd be pretty fucking cool. And then they're like, oh, no, we're just like fucking run of the mill aliens. I'm like, really?
Yeah, I want to talk about that later, but go ahead with your thought.
Yeah, like, that's a huge missed opportunity. But when it came up at the end of the movie, I'm like, where's all the trash?
Well, that's why they
like
surfaced.
The
they
oil
had to get
rig,
rid of the trash.
Where's all the trash? Like the oil,
where's all the plastic?
crane.
The plastic, all the stuff that humans just throw in the ocean. I keep hearing how polluted it is.
That
even
floats.
back in the 80s.
There's a huge plastic island that floats across the fucking Pacific Ocean.
Yeah,
I don't know why
this
we're
is over by
deep underwater. Then just go explore the plastic island.
This is over by Cuba, isn't it?
Yeah,
look,
this isn't too far.
Where it took place.
If this is by Cuba, like, we need to go visit, and then
to get cigars.
Yeah, to get cigars.
To get cigars, and then I will swim to Cuba.
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 Well, it was about
Cuba.
70, 80 miles off the coast of Cuba. So I would take a boat and not swim unless
No,
you're
no,
that
no,
strong
let
of a
him swim.
swimmer.
Let him swim.
And then by all
He
means,
needs the
have at it.
exercise.
I'll just take the plastic island. I'm not really sure.
Wrong
It's in
ocean.
the Pacific. You do not know your geography.
Well, then let's drag. I didn't know that. Can you Google Maps this island?
Plastic
maybe.
Island. Let me see what I can find for you.
Let's do some research on the fly.
for a while. I like it.
Hey, look, Plastic Island in the ocean. Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Ooh, it's pretty.
Okay,
It is
see,
not
there you go.
pretty.
It's pretty.
There, I
look.
posted a link in.
Can I put an
Posted
oar?
it in Discord there.
Can I put
Take a
an
look.
oar on the side of it and paddle it to Cuba?
Just look at the garbage
No, it's-
island in Discord.
It is.
That's not a garbage island.
No, it's not, is it?
I mean, it kind of is. I'm trying to remember what good movies she's been in.
Well, there was
Any
Robin Hood,
that-
Prince of Thieves. There was The Color of
Yeah.
Money. There was Scarface.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was not good. So yeah,
No, it was a
Scarface
fun
was
movie.
Good.
Hey, the best line from Prince of Thieves was the whole dig his eyes out with a spoon because it'll
Yeah.
hurt you.
Because
twit.
it'll hurt more, you twit.
That was the best line in that movie.
Mhm.
Also, that line more sci-fi than 11/22/63.
Perfect.
No, she was in The Color of Money. That's a really good movie.
I don't think I've ever seen The Color of Money, but to be honest,
It's
with
green.
everybody, I haven't seen this movie until I was forced to watch it for this show.
So you
You've never
shit
seen
on
this
this
movie?
movie and you'd never even seen it?
I shit on this movie because I shit on everything, Jason. I'm not sure if you,
I know,
if you-
yeah.
okay. So that number one. Number two, I've heard that it's terrible. And then number three, I have just a little bit of clairvoyance, and sure enough, I was fucking right. It's terrible.
Well, hey, I heard that you were terrible, but I gave you a chance.
Yeah, well, I
And
tell
you're
you every
regretting it
week
every
that
day,
Rob
aren't
is
you?
terrible, and nothing ever goes. Like, you don't do anything about it. Like, here he is again talking about fucking ice cream Keurigs. Like, who gives a shit?
I
Actually,
actually
now I want ice
kind
cream.
of give a shit. Yeah, kind of want an ice cream Keurig right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
Now, I want to discuss
next
the
step
aliens
is
because
replicators.
were they really aliens? I mean,
Yes.
never-
Did you see the face?
okay, just
They
because
were like-
something looks different doesn't mean it's not of terrestrial origin.
Going through puberty over here. I think they were Atlanteans.
Yeah,
They did
so,
look
I mean,
just like the Stargate Atlanteans.
that would
The
kind
little gray
of
men.
tie into some of the legends of Atlantis of a sinking city. Maybe some ancient people saw their city sink to the bottom of the ocean after trash day one day, and
They're like, there goes our plastic island.
right, and
Let's follow it down. Grow some
created
grow
the
some
legend
floaty
of
wing
Atlantis.
things.
So I'm not convinced that they're extraterrestrial. In fact, the movie doesn't even say that they're extraterrestrial.
No, they just hint
No,
at it.
yeah, they do. NTIs.
Yeah, no, but that's hinting at it. She's just making a claim based
making
on
an
very
assumption.
circumstantial evidence.
Yeah.
So, and that's when Ed Harris is like, "Hey, can you please calm your tits for just 2 seconds and like let's not get everybody into fucking hysterics here."
Exactly.
And then they start talking about space crazy.
Space crazy.
Space crazy?
But it's ocean
no, pressure crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Ocean
ocean. You see, this movie was a
But that's a
fucking
thing.
blueprint for Armageddon.
But that's a thing.
And Armageddon is objectively a better movie
No, wait.
than The Abyss.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
not.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
I see where you're going there. You just replace ocean with asteroid and
Yes.
well,
No, there's
no
there's
aliens.
not an
Take out the
exact
aliens.
parallel. No.
no, there was
Yeah,
no
but
there
you
was no
reworked it.
Sahara.
They
there
totally
was-
reworked it. They just said, all right, so what is some of the dumb shit in this movie? And the first thing they said was underwater crazy. And they went, oh, yeah, but we can keep that because it'll be space crazy.
Space
Oh, well,
crazy,
that makes
right,
sense. Yeah, that makes sense. So then they were like, well, the aliens. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Let's replace aliens with a
asteroids.
meteor that we have to. Yeah. And so that's what they did. This is the same movie, but underwater with shitty effects, a terrible script, an hour too long.
But
like when your
this movie
ex-wife's calling you a wiener.
This movie came first, so Armageddon is the same movie, only in space, not
Except
quite
done
as
better.
long and not quite as good.
And not done better. What part of done better did you miss?
No, the effects were better, but they had time to kind of perfect those effects.
Look,
The
if you don't
plot
cry at the
wasn't
end of
nearly as
Armageddon,
good.
if you don't cry at the end of Armageddon, all right, you're not a real man. I'm just throwing that out there right now. You're not a real man. When Bruce Willis, that's right. And Bruce Willis gives him that patch and tells him to take care of his little girl.
And
he goes out there and he sacrifices his life for humanity.
And I don't.
Like, I'm getting choked up just fucking talking about it.
Oh my God. I cried at the end of that movie because I was in
boy
pain.
Blue.
I cried about an hour with an hour left of The Abyss because I was bored to fucking tears.
No, this movie is a long movie. I will give you that.
Yeah,
and it's got a lot of lulls that are punctuated by a lot of action. So I think
Wait. What action is in this movie?
What are you talking
Is
about?
it the part when the military guys bust in with an Uzi?
That wasn't an Uzi, but
It looked like an Uzi.
No,
like
that
that was
wasn't an
straight
Uzi.
from 80s drug gang wars. Like that's what that gun came from.
yeah, I
they
think
were
that
like, "Hey,
was probably a
can we-
Tech, or not a Tech 9, but a Mac 10. But
can
yeah.
we raid the Miami Vice set for this?" Yeah, it's fine.
But no,
There you
there was some action. I mean, there was the basically the mutiny of the rig where the SEALs took over. There was the bumper cars in subs.
Oh my God.
Fast and Furious.
Wait. That was
in
not
the
fast.
ocean.
It wasn't furious. It was boring as fuck. Because the whole time I'm sitting here going, all right, so does he not understand how, things work underwater?
Yeah. Well, he was ocean crazy.
Yeah, but you can't have a car chase in the ocean. That's not how it works.
By
Like, he
God,
got the
Cameron
sub right.
tried.
He did try. He got the sub thing right at the beginning. I'm like, oh, this is, I was buckled in for a wild ride, like something like, this is going to be great. I love submarine movies. Like, I can't think of a bad submarine movie right now. I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure I've watched one, but I can't think of one right now. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be good. It's all underwater. It's going to be
Down
there's always
Periscope?
that.
Down Periscope was
That's
funny.
a good one. That's a good one.
And so I'm like, yeah, this is going to be good because there's always tension when you're underwater, right? Because something goes wrong and everybody fucking drowns.
Right.
Yeah. And then they went away from the sub and everybody was in like it was just, this movie's so bad, Jason. It's just bad. There's nothing redeeming about this movie. Nothing. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to like piss on it. I wanted to like
It's
it.
not
I
the
tried.
greatest movie in the world, but there are some redeeming values. I mean, that
the credits.
CGI that they developed for the movie was revolutionary in its time. ILM developed that. It never really done anything like that. In fact, they took like scans of the actors' faces in order to create that. So that was probably one of the first times that 3D scans of faces that were translated into 3D CGI had ever been done.
And they couldn't have found somebody hotter.
Then Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, you don't like her?
It's all right. But like,
hey, back then she was
the
when
the
was this
smoke
movie?
show.
Wait, what year did this?
89.
89. So 89, there were all kinds of hotties
Like who?
running around in
I mean,
1989.
who was hotter than her at that time?
Pamela Anderson.
No. God, no. Pamela Anderson would have sucked in this movie.
Yeah, but she would have fit right in.
She would have had bigger boobs.
Yeah. Like,
I could see Demi Moore
Ice Cream Guy gets
in
it.
this movie.
Who?
Demi Moore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Demi Moore in this movie. I
yeah.
could see that.
Yeah, me too. I'm imagining it right now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wait, no, that's striptease.
Who else in the 90 or 89?
Gina Carano?
Gina Carano.
Gina
Was she-
Gershon?
Gina Gershon? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Gershon. Was she doing anything at this time?
I don't think so. She was, I
Getting
think she was
ready
just
for-
getting into it. She was just
She was
starting to
getting
blow
ready
up a
for
little bit.
Showgirls.
Oh, yeah. Showgirls
No.
came out in 91, right?
Showgirls came out. When did Face Off come out?
Face Off
'Cause it
came
was
out
after.
in 93.
Yeah. Well, Showgirls was after. I think Showgirls would have had to have been
95,
94.
1995.
Yeah. So,
Showgirls was 95?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't think I was that old when I watched that.
Yeah, Jessie had just
You
graduated
felt
from
like
Bayside before she moved to Vegas to follow her dreams as a stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
A wild stripper at that.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I don't care what
Man,
anybody says. I love that
thrashing
movie.
around in that pool like that.
Yeah.
Well, now didn't
It was hot.
didn't Showgirls and Striptease come out at the same time?
They were very close together, I think. Wasn't Striptease like 97? 96, 97? I don't know. I don't
Striptease came out in 96.
Yeah, there you go. I was right.
Yep.
Look at that.
Wow, I don't
Look,
remember
I
them.
know my softcore porn movies.
I don't remember them being that late in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so Gina Gershon probably was she was probably available for this movie. She would have been much better.
What was she doing in 89?
I don't know. All I know is I didn't care for this actress. I didn't care for her when she played Robin Hood.
In 89, she was filming Suffering Bastards.
There you go.
She just got done with
that?
Cocktail. I don't know, but she just got done with Cocktail.
She was in Cocktail. I totally forgot about that.
She was getting ready for Jungle Fever. That sounds like a good porn.
That was a good movie.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, she could have. She could have
Yeah,
done
she
it.
could have done
she her scenes were deleted in Jungle Fever.
Well,
She must have had a
because it was
small part.
It was a little too risque.
Right.
I hope.
She was in Cop Rock.
Anyway, she would have been a much better actress for this movie than the lady who played it. Not that- I
she
don't
was in
think
Red
she's a-
Heat.
I
She's
just
also
didn't
in Three
care.
Way.
I just didn't care what happened to this lady. When they were trying to bring her back and she had all the blue makeup on, trying to look like a 1989 version of Elsa.
Of course,
I was just like,
yeah.
I just please die.
Well, she
I don't
was
care
dead.
for this character. Well, yeah, but stay dead. You know what I really wanted? I wanted that water to come and look at her and go, "Have you seen John Connor?" And then when she doesn't respond, it just goes into her body, and then that's how it communicates, is through her dead body. Like it animates it. It's like, nah, she's still dead, y'all. I'm just pulling the strings when I leave. That's it. But this is the best way for us to communicate. So, we've got this spaceship down here. It looks like you guys are trapped. We're just going to lift you guys up. Like it would have been an hour shorter.
So you wanted her to be like Brent Spiner's character in Independence Day when the alien was basically holding him up against the glass.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
That would have been creepy. That's not really James Cameron's style.
Well, neither is making a good movie.
But let's talk about. I disagree. I think Cameron's made some good movies. He made Aliens.
Name one.
Aliens.
Name two.
Okay.
Aliens 2.
No.
No.
What
no.
the fuck is wrong with you?
You're an idiot.
Aliens 3. Avatar.
CreativeBrainCandy.com. Click the apply button.
Avatar 2. The Titanic.
The Titanic 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Yeah. Now let's talk about James Cameron's style and his vision for science fiction that includes black lighted neon. We saw it in this movie in the alien city or spaceship, or they're not even aliens. Let's just call them Atlanteans from now on, because I'm not convinced they're aliens.
I'm not saying they're aliens, but
we also saw it in Avatar,
aliens.
right? I mean, the entire world of whatever planet that was that had the unobtainium.
We don't talk about Avatar.
What do you mean we don't talk about Avatar? It's on the list. You know that, right?
Okay, so I'm just throwing this out here right now. When Avatar comes on the list, I will excuse myself from the show. You can find a guest host for that week. I will not watch Avatar. I watched it once, and much like many of the movies on this list, I will never watch again.
Okay.
Ever. That movie is just terrible. Just terrible. It's not propaganda. It's just shit. Like, it's just terrible. Like, this movie, I wouldn't watch again either. If it comes up on TV and literally like it's the only channel that I have for whatever reason, I'll go to bed. I don't care if it's 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm out. I will not watch it. It's dumb. It's just dumb.
Okay.
he had a chance to save it if he would have said that these are Atlanteans. But he didn't. He just kind of left it ambiguous. And then they didn't even try to fix the problem of decompression.
Oh yeah, no, they just kind of waved that away with Atlantean magic, right?
So I could understand it for Ed Harris, who was inside the ship. They have some sort of quick
atmosphere,
issue, right?
Yeah, right.
It doesn't solve the other group.
No, not at all.
Oh, and the hillbilly dude, I guess the Vietnam veteran guy, he seemed more excited to see Ed Harris than the wife when they got out. I mean, he was all kinds of giddy.
Are you saying that it's like
Are you saying it got lonely after he left his wife?
I'm just saying they were down there in the deep.
Any port in a storm?
By themselves, yep. And he was willing to go swimming with them. And you did realize, you do realize, yeah. So Ed kept his shirt and his pants on. He stripped down to his whitey tighties, and then
he didn't have whitey tighties. He had boxers.
He had boxers on.
Yeah, whatever, man. But he stripped down and he goes,
"Oh, yeah." He was trying to hustle Harris.
We're not going that far.
Hurry up! I don't have all day. Let's go. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. Get naked. I mean, that's like he sounded like Rob at a strip club.
Look, it gets lonely down there. And the only female down there had the nickname of One Night. So apparently you get one night and that's it. You're just going to have to find something else afterward.
Wait, did she really have the nickname One Night?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, you did.
Apparently you did.
You know what? I would have been like, I think I'll just skip my night. Thanks.
She was Lisa One Night Standing.
She was not attractive. Again, I'll just, you know what? Thanks. No, thanks. I'm gonna go Brokeback Ocean over here or something because I can't.
All right,
do that.
so to circle back on your what good movies has James Cameron made? So I already named Aliens, but before that he did Terminator.
Fuck.
Terminator 2.
Oh, you totally forgot about the fact that this was a test bed for Terminator 2.
I did forget.
Oh man!
Wait, he did True Lies.
He did True Lies.
That's the only time Jamie Lee Curtis has ever been super attractive.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. It was a running gag that I would tease because Red had just the biggest crush on Jamie Lee Curtis.
But why?
And I used to tease him with that urban myth that Jamie Lee Curtis was born as a hermaphrodite.
I have never heard this. Wait,
never heard that?
How have I never heard this?
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Never heard this.
I used to tease him. Yeah. With that. He used to get so irritated.
I don't think she's mannish. She's not like, there are times that she looks very attractive and there are times that she doesn't. I think she's a very handsome woman. It's just, there are some times where I would kick her out of bed for eating crackers. And then there are times where the light hits her just right, where it's like, no, care. Even if crackers is my dog. And True Lies is one of those times where she's doing that sexy. God damn it, Cameron, you fuck. Stop making good movies followed by shit movies. Just stop making movies. All right. Especially if they have anything to do with the ocean.
Well, he's got 4 more Avatar movies to make. So
yeah. Well, you know what? Hopefully I die before any of those come out. Hopefully.
No, one's coming out next year.
Well, you know what? Again, hopefully I die before.
Avatar 3 is coming out 2 years after that. Avatar 4 is coming out 2 years after that.
But why?
And Avatar 5 is coming out 2 years after that.
Who is asking for Avatar movies?
Disney.
But why? Do they need more
Disney.
rides that kind of suck?
I don't know. He also did the Dark Angel series. I'd forgotten about that.
Oh, well, yeah.
Dark Angel?
Yeah.
I don't think
Jessica
I ever watched that either.
Yeah.
Call me.
Oh, Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So James Cameron has some fucking chops. Now, he did Titanic. I've never seen Titanic. To this day, I have never seen Titanic.
Well, we should put it on the list.
No,
it's more sci-fi than 11/22. It is 11/20. Yeah, more sci-fi.
Let me tell you my Titanic story, because this Titanic story is a great story. So that movie came out, around 1994?
No, I'm sorry, 97.
Yeah, 97. I had just moved to Iowa City. I had a girlfriend. who lived in Davenport. And so we met up one weekend. We're like, she's like, I want to go see a movie. I'm like, all right, well, I'll let you pick the movie. Like, you can pick the movie, whatever you want to see. Just make sure it doesn't suck. She picks Titanic. I'm like, all right, fine. Like, how bad could it be? They all died.
I mean, that's a good one to go to. Get her all hot and
so we're
longing
sitting there
for you or Jack, whichever.
Well, you'd think. So we're sitting there in a packed theater. It was the Friday night that it came out. I stood in line for 2 hours to get tickets. And so we're sitting there and watching it. And I'm like, this movie is just stupid. Like, it's just dumb. I'm sitting there literally bored to tears again, much like watching The Abyss. I'm like, in a room full of strangers, my girlfriend next to me, close to the end of the movie, it starts breaking up and they go back to the bow of the ship where they first met, right? And I think to myself in my head, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of cool, I guess. This is where they first met. Like, that's when Kate Winslet goes in the middle of this disaster. In this middle of the Titanic breaking in two, she goes, this is where we first met. And I swear to God, as loud as I could, in a packed theater, opening night, I go, this movie is fucking dumb. Everybody turned and looked at me and went, shh. I'm like, oh, fucking is. When we got out, like, she was not happy with me. And I'm like, I guess I'm not getting laid tonight. So you're not picking the movie ever again. Like, that's the trade-off. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm not sure where to go with that. Now, this movie isn't the worst movie.
Neither was she, to be honest.
This movie isn't the worst movie ever, but it's not the greatest. It's a middling movie. I appreciate it for some of the technical details that it put into it. Again, James Cameron is huge about the ocean. He developed the concept from this movie from high school whenever he went and did some kind of tour, where he also saw the magic breathing water, was introduced into that and wanted to.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's not real.
No,
Apparently
it's real.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, it's real.
Is it really?
Yep. In fact, the mice, they used 5 different mice, and they actually threw the mice in the water. So the mice were
Only
actually
one of them survived.
No. They all survived.
He used 5 mice.
They all survived. Now, one did go into cardiac arrest, and the story has it that he did tiny little mice chest compressions to bring it back to life, and then kept it as a pet.
Why don't we use this water more often?
It's got problems. So,
Like?
while it does oxygenate the blood, it doesn't do a very efficient job of taking carbon dioxide out of the blood. So you can still,
that'd be an issue.
You still have carbon dioxide toxicity issues.
Yeah.
There's a couple different versions of it.
High viscosity, apparently.
Yeah. So water is 850 times more dense than air. So it takes a lot more effort to breathe water than it does to breathe air.
Yeah. That could be an issue. Like if you're doing something strenuous. Yeah.
But they are
like falling down into a ditch.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or have to swim.
They are looking into it for some medical applications, though, pediatrics in particular.
Well, yeah, I would think
it's like you're reading this off of Wikipedia.
I did research for the show, but I'm not reading it off of Wikipedia. This is research that I did earlier.
Really? Because I'm just following what you say on Wikipedia.
Yeah. I read the Wikipedia entry a couple days ago.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. So, why? Well, first off, I want to say that the way the SEALs were acting, even when they got into the submarine to go down, or the little bubble to go down to the platform, that was very out of character.
How so?
Just being super dickish like that, like going down. Normally, they are very respectful.
I think that
civilians and civilians and things like that, especially when they're co-opting a somebody else's stuff. I only say that because I know an ex-SEAL.
Well, and I think
very,
that was
very
kind
respectful.
of the like 80s.
Okay,
That was the
80s
80s
mantra.
portrayal of SEALs and the military in general during that time.
Yeah, okay.
They kind of portrayed them
Hot
not only in
shots.
this movie, but other movies as having chips on their shoulders or being hot shots, as you call them. So I think that was just kind of the portrayal at the time. I think it's probably lightened up a lot in movies and media nowadays.
And I know if in this particular case, it wouldn't have been just the one dude that questioned the fact that he was going against orders.
Oh yeah. No.
Yeah. It would have been everybody in his team. He would have been like, no, dude.
Well, there were only 2 members of his team left after that explosion.
Right.
So
yeah, but still, I mean, they would have been no. But the other guy wouldn't have. The silent one that looked like he wanted to jump down into his commander's pants would have even said something.
His commander's pants.
What?
Yeah. So I found that a little bit hard to believe, because especially when it comes to nukes, they're definitely not willy-nilly cowboys when it comes to that kind of crap.
Right. And there would have been a lot more
Ocean psychosis.
Well, yeah, ocean
High pressure
psychosis. But
psychosis.
there would have been a lot
High
more
pressure.
procedure involving those nukes too. I mean,
Yeah.
it did look like they had a pretty good perimeter drawn with all of the warships they had in the area. But they wouldn't have just, rushed down to, well, first, I don't know that they would have used civilians inside the actual sub at that point.
No, maybe civilians to get you there as
Yeah.
a base of operations and maybe to pilot, but not to jump into the sub.
Yeah, they don't really let a lot of people around a nuclear submarine.
No.
Like even
Even
one
if it
that's
is
underwater.
destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not only
Like,
that,
that's
because that's a nuclear powered submarine as well as having nuclear armaments. And
Yeah.
so depending upon the extent of the damage, there could be radiation leakage happening
Yeah.
around
Well,
that
they
nuclear
put on
sub.
the little thing that said, "Hey, if you got radiation, it'll tell you."
Yeah. And that's
And the guy was afraid his dick was going to fall off.
That's a good precaution. But that, I mean,
But by the time that thing goes off, it's too late.
well, no,
Yeah, it
it's
is
not
too
too late. But
No, it's too late. Way
yeah,
too
your
late.
dick will fall off.
Your dick will fall
That's
off,
what
yeah.
they said. Your dick will fall off.
So
I wouldn't have gone.
So there's a
like,
YouTube.
She would have been fine. Like I would have just sent her. Her doesn't have a dick.
Perfect.
Won't fall off. You're fine. Go.
There's a YouTube guy, Smarter Every Day.
Did his dick fall off?
No, but he's doing a thing. Apparently, he got to ride in a nuclear submarine for some of their testing stuff or their sea trials or whatever.
Mhm.
They do mock stuff. Anyway, so he got to ride, and even then, he was only limited to like 4 or 5 compartments.
well, yeah, because there's a lot of classified
yeah.
stuff on a nuclear
Yeah,
submarine.
So it's not like they're gonna. Yeah, they wouldn't just have a civilian
Well-
group come in and go, "Hey, look for
What were the compartments?
Crew
Bathroom,
quarters, and
kitchen,
kitchen,
crew quarters,
and rec area,
kitchen, galley,
and-
officers' mess."
They let him in the officers' mess.
Yeah, that's where
I
they
wouldn't
did.
have.
That's where they do a lot of their interviews in this thing.
I would have been like, "No, asshole."
He did
Did you go
get
to
to
officer school?
So he did get to. He crawled down a torpedo tube, an empty torpedo tube, and
Did they? I would have been like, "All right, we're
Right.
going to open it up. We're going to shoot you out now."
it was
Hope you
Flood the
swim,
tubes.
dickhead.
flood the tubes. Yeah, but he crawled all the way down and he wrote his name on the end of the tube.
Nice.
Apparently-
Marker.
Yeah, in Sharpie. That's apparently a thing that they let people do.
That's kind of cool.
Is-
What boat was he
yeah.
on?
They didn't say.
It was the USS going to get decommissioned in a few months because you wrote your fucking name on it, asshole.
Yeah. No, they didn't. They might have said in the very first episode. I don't remember. I can try to look it up if you're that interested.
No, I'm not that interested. I've known
Jason's like, I'm not going to go watch it.
I've known
No,
several
no.
people who
No,
have
thank you.
served on subs and nuclear subs at that. So, I mean, I've heard tales.
DuckTales.
Woo. Yeah. All right. James, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is The Abyss James Cameron's first foray into the ocean more sci-fi than 11/22/63?
I'm glad you asked. 11/22/63 has absolutely no shred of anything remotely resembling science fiction.
Wrong.
It has a lot of science fantasy, no science fiction. However, this piece of shit movie, there's a spaceship or an Atlantis ship, or I don't know. There's some ships. There's space psychosis, but under the ocean. So, I mean, that's science fiction in and of itself. James Cameron's turd of a movie called The Abyss, which is still better than this turd of a movie called Titanic or the double Taco Bell turd called Avatar. More sci-fi than 11/22/63.
All right. Rob, you got a haiku for us this week?
I do. This one is titled Innuendo Part 2. Huge water penis. Coffee wants to shoot large load. Virgil, you wiener.
God.
Wow.
So you had a penis reference in all three stanzas. That's impressive.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. I try my best.
Did anybody else find this script just kind of childish?
It was, yeah. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, it wasn't the greatest script. It wasn't the greatest story. I think it was
what was
pretty
Ed
fucking
Harris's
shallow in some areas. See what I did there.
What
with
was
the
Ed
deep ocean
Harris's
shallow
ring
script.
made out of?
I don't know. Titanium, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know.
Plutonium.
Unobtainium.
His dick had fallen off
Vibranium.
way early into their marriage, which is why she was.
It's because he keeps swimming in fucking freezing ass ocean water.
Yeah, his balls are never going to drop again. Were there awards? Are we doing awards for this stupid show?
Yeah, we're just about to do awards. Who's got awards?
Can I give an award to James Cameron for being dumb?
I don't know.
They're your awards.
Rob,
All
who's
right, cool.
got,
I just wanted to make
got
sure.
your black lung?
I'm giving my black lung to Bud, mostly because it's liquid lung, not black lung.
Okay. James?
There was nobody smoking in this thing other than the rig when it exploded multiple times.
Who gets it if there's nobody?
Doc
Cottle?
Doc Cottle.
All right. Yeah, Doc Cottle gets my black lung.
Okay. Doc Cottle's going to get my black lung too. I mean, the rig was on fire for a little bit, but yeah, that just seems hokey. So Doc Cottle. All right, James, who has your head lush?
My head lush goes to Richard Dawson. That's who gets it, right?
Yep.
Richard Dawson.
Yep.
Yeah. Richard Dawson.
Okay. Rob?
I gave mine to Coffee with his high pressure sickness.
That's not the same
sickness.
thing as being drunk.
Well, no, they said that one of the symptoms was slurred speech and the shakes.
Okay, but unless one of the
to
symptoms
me-
is drinking
to me,
copious
that's-
amounts of liquor, and then you see him drink copious amounts of liquor, or even
I don't think he had high pressure
You know what?
sickness. I think he was jonesing for a swig of the
think he
Way
had
to
the
bringkitty.com. Click
Yeah.
the apply button.
Who's got your head, Lush?
Richard Dawson.
Okay.
Thank you. God damn, Rob.
All right.
not gonna
Who's
like
got
this
your
one,
Who's got your
man.
player, James? Or Rob? Sorry. Who's got your player, Rob?
I gave my player to Bud because, Lindsay was dying and he still had time to get a little peek at the titties.
Oh my God. What?
Jesus Christ.
Where did that come from?
Well, I mean, and he wanted her, and all it took was him saving the world to get his wife back.
I don't know that he.
How did he save the
initially
world?
wanted?
He strapped rocks to his feet and cut the one wire that looked exactly like the other wire.
I don't.
It's
all
really
he did was
bad
save
planning.
the aliens, and all he did was save the aliens from getting blown up by a nuke. That's not
I don't
saving
think
the
it
world.
would have. I don't think it would have hurt.
What?
I think the aliens would have been totally fine.
You know that like explosions travel faster in water than they do air, right? And they're
I
more
do
concussive.
believe. I do believe the aliens would have been fine. look, if they can make some sort of force field thing where there's an air pocket and they can project onto water and make water penises, I'm pretty sure they could protect themselves from
a nuclear explosion. Okay.
And not only that, if this was the special edition version that we watched, we would have seen the fact that they controlled the hurricane. Not only there, but in multiple places.
Oh, no. They started tsunamis, not hurricanes.
Tsunamis.
Wait, is that
tsunamis?
Is that true?
Yeah, in the special edition version, they started a bunch of tsunamis and
created
then
massive
stopped
mega
them.
tsunamis.
Yeah, and then stopped them just before they hit shore.
Oh, so in one version of the movie that nobody saw, he did indeed save the world.
He did.
Well, his message to his wife saved the world.
Oh, because
the message that says, "I love you, wife."
Right.
Wife.
Yeah.
Save the world.
Well,
love
and
saves
wife.
all.
That's the 4-letter word that saves the world.
Yeah, wife. Yeah. So, in fact, and it's for that reason that she's getting, Mrs. Brigman is getting my player award, because I'm pretty sure she orchestrated this entire thing so that she could get back on the rig and get back with her husband.
So do you think she called the aliens?
Going to get mine. Yeah, no, that's who was going to get mine too, was her, because that's 100%. That is exactly what a wife would do.
That is true. I mean, yeah, she did get down there, and she even flashed her titties at him.
Yeah,
I think at that point in time,
this whole fucking thing with the U.S. government to get the aliens from Area 51 down to the ocean, just so she could get Ed Harris's dick back inside of her.
Yeah,
100%.
I mean, she acted like she didn't want the government there, and that she was all pissed off that they were taking over her rig.
And it wasn't working fast enough. That's why she had to have them rip her clothes off. I mean, at that point in time, she was just getting desperate.
And honestly, that's why we love them. That's why we love them.
All right, James, who's
the
got your
titties
purple
or
hippo?
wives?
My purple hippo is going to go to Steve Buscemi in Armageddon.
No, that's not how this fucking works.
Wrong movie.
Because he had the same thing as the uninteresting What's His Nuts, except his was in space, which is much more fun than having it in the ocean.
How is it more fun?
Because you're in space, motherfucker. Like, look, any asshole can go in the ocean, but not everybody can go in space. That's true. Fun. You ride a rocket between your legs. All right.
I loved his Slim Pickens impersonation he did in Armageddon. That was great.
Yeah. So Steve Buscemi gets mine.
All right, Rob.
I gave it to Jammer for seeing an angel.
Okay. Mine is going to go to Bud for, dropping down, 2.5 miles down into the trench, and then seeing a
really
giant,
fast.
Yeah. And then seeing a giant glowy city.
It took him 30 minutes.
He found the
there.
city of Atlantis. So let's just, that seems like a purple hippo moment there.
The whole, you know what? Maybe the audience deserves the purple hippo, because that's a lot of time manipulation on Cameron's part. Because he was going he went from 10,000 feet to 17,000 feet.
Well, they said it took him half an hour to get down there, and it was only maybe 5-10 minutes movie time.
It wasn't even 5 or 10 minutes. I was thinking it was 2 minutes movie time. I'm like, what kind of fucking, I was so lost at that point. I was like, I'm just going to go back to playing my mobile game.
Yeah, I would have thought that at that point in time, though, also, he probably would have died just due to the amount of tumbles he took against the side of that wall.
On the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Under the ocean.
I mean, at some point in time, because Jammer.
His suit had to have ripped.
Jammer barely smacks the bulkhead, and it totally jacks up his whole oxygen system. He does a barrel roll 4 or 5 times off the side of the cliff, and he's fine. Which
I was in the middle of playing a mobile game. Did they explain why the military guy who held the rat underwater didn't go down?
Oh, the guy who brought the suit?
Oh, that's the guy.
Yeah.
He had a hurt leg.
Yeah. He had a busted leg.
And none of the other military guys had trained with the water?
The only other one was the dude
at this point, would you trust another military guy to go
pants?
down and make first contact with the Atlanteans?
Yeah. Okay. See, I forgot. That's the propaganda side of the movie.
Oh,
Military bad,
there you
civilians
go.
good.
The only other military
totally
guy
forgot.
that was left was the guy who they taped up because he held an Uzi on him.
Wait, right. I forgot from the fucking Miami Vice set. God damn, this movie. You know.
All right.
He can't even remember what he.
It's time to pick the next movie. Who's picking the number? Who's telling me when to stop?
It's James's turn for the number.
No, I did the number last time.
No, I did.
No, I did.
Oh, no, because you said to stop.
Oh, just somebody fucking pick a number.
6.
6.
D9.
Right. No.
No, I did that last time, and you did it the time before that.
Hey, it's gotten us.
Tell me when to stop.
Gems of a movie lately.
Oh yeah, it sure has.
Stop.
Oh please, for the love of all that is decent and holy in the universe, I pray to God above that this movie doesn't
Oh damn it!
suck.
Oh, it's going to be a good one because he said,
gonna be a good one.
We
it.
gotta
Yep.
repick because this is a series and we're not doing series right now. So
God damn it!
Oh, good. What was the series?
The Expanse.
Oh, God.
God damn!
Shit.
Ah,
That's okay.
fuck, I really
That one
wanna-
was
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, they were fine with that.
But no, let's not do a series.
Now we're never gonna pull the Expanse again.
Never again.
All right, tell me when to stop.
Stop. I said stop.
Yeah, no, I'm saying a silent prayer this time.
Okay.
So I'm not sure about this one.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wait, you're not sure
this
whether
could go
it's
either
good
way. Yeah.
or...
Yeah, this could go either way, Rob.
I'm not sure it's good. I'm not sure what it is because I've never seen it. So
I have a pair of scissors in my hand. I'm just telling
ready
you.
to slit the wrist.
That's right. CreativeBrainCandy.com. Click the apply button. You may need to replace me.
You might need 2 new hosts. All right. Ooh, so he's never seen this one, so we're going to have to do some extra deductive reasoning.
all right. So
Figure out the
next
name of this
week
one. Maybe.
we will be discussing the movie where in a future where a failed climate change experiment has killed all life except for the lucky few who boarded the Snowpiercer, a train that travels the globe, a new class system emerges. This is directed by Bong Joon-ho.
I'm in. You said bomb.
I'm out.
It is 2013's Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
This is the movie and not the series that they started in 2020 with Hottie McHawkins.
Yeah, this is one with
Chris
the
Evans.
Human Torch.
Chris Evans, Ed Harris
Yeah,
again,
Chris Evans,
John
yeah.
Hurt, Tilda Swinton.
Oh, we are on an Ed Harris.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
it. Well,
Right.
he's a sci-fi. I mean, he does a lot of sci-fi movies.
Yeah. How do you pull scissors out of your chest without dying? Anybody?
I don't know, but if you needed to get them out of your ass, Jason would be the one to tell you.
Yeah. I'm busy next week. I'm washing my hair.
Okay.
What hair?
So
I've seen
again,
pictures.
if you'd like to be on
Hold me
Smoking
down there,
and Drinking
buddy.
in Space, click that apply button at creativebraincandy.com. There's going to be an opening.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
Not sure
This
for
movie's
who, but
terrible. Talk about propaganda. Jesus Christ. Do we really want to do this movie?
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
have
As a
you?
matter of
yeah,
fact.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Terrible. Oh my God. Just,
I don't know. It's got a
Let's close the show.
7.1 rating.
Of course it
84
does.
on
Of course it does.
Metascore.
Because everyone's been fucking indoctrinated by our education system.
Such a dork. All right, that's all we got for this week. Our intro and outro music is Welcome Home by Cambo. Our podcrawl music is Snack Mix by
You want me to
Machette.
spoil WandaVision
If you like this
for you?
show, please rate and
Please
review
don't.
us on iTunes. You can
So
leave us
close
feedback
to
on our Discord
being
channel
done.
at smokinganddrinkinginspace.com/Discord.
She doesn't take her top off.
Spoil it.
Not
On
yet.
Twitter at @status_podcast or email us at
still a chance. There's a few more episodes.
outlook.com.
A few more
If you'd like to throw a few nickels our way, you can become a Patreon
confirmed
supporter by
to
going
be in
to
the MCU, so rated R is a thing.
/Patreon and make
Yeah,
sure to
Elizabeth
visit
Olsen.
Creative Brain Candy for
Yeah.
more creative shows
super
and other
hot.
creative works
She
at
could call me at any
creativebraincandy.com.
point in time.
And you can also hit that apply button if you'd
But
like
she won't.
to be a gamer
She won't.
podcaster
She could.
or maybe
She could.
on this show.
Yeah.
For this week, I'm Jason.
Made Marion boobs. I'm okay.
God.
Eddie leaves James
CreativeBrainCandy.com. Click the apply button. Jesus.
We'll talk to you next week.